A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a surprising and controversial move, President Donald Trump has sided with Russia, rejecting a United Nations resolution that demands the withdrawal of Russian troops from Ukraine. This decision has sparked outrage and concern among world leaders and allies as the conflict continues to escalate on its third anniversary. The U.S. administration, alongside countries like Iran, North Korea, and Belarus, voted against the resolution, while 93 nations, including the UK and most European countries, voted in favor, labeling Russia as the aggressor in this ongoing war. During a press conference held in the Oval Office, President Trump spoke after discussions with French President Emmanuel Macron. He expressed a somewhat optimistic view about the potential end of the war, stating, "I think the war could end soon, within weeks, if we're smart. If we're not smart, it will keep going." He also suggested that Russian President Vladimir Putin would be open to having European peacekeepers stationed in Ukraine as part of a peace deal, claiming, "He will accept it. I have asked him that question." Trump's remarks come at a time when tensions are high not only between the US and Russia, but also within NATO. Friedrich Merz, Germany's incoming leader, has voiced a desire for Germany to achieve real independence from the United States. Speaking at the Brandenburg Gate, which was illuminated in the colors of the Ukrainian flag, Merz warned that NATO could face serious challenges if President Trump continues to undermine the alliance. Dutch Foreign Minister Casper Veldkamp noted that Merz's comments indicate a shift in European strategy, stating, "As Europeans, we need to organize to face the new challenges presented to us," also by Trump. In the UK, Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer participated in a conference held in Kiev via video link, emphasizing that Putin does not hold all the cards in this conflict. Starmer highlighted the importance of maintaining economic pressure on Russia, stating, "We must keep dialing up the economic pressure to get Putin to a point where he is ready not just to talk, but to make concessions." This comes as the UK announced its largest package of sanctions against Russia since the war began. Former Defense Secretary Ben Wallace criticized Putin's position, calling him a gangster, and asserting that the Russian economy is on the brink of collapse, with significant military losses. In a related development, ex-Prime Minister Boris Johnson has called for the UK to increase its defense spending to 3% of GDP to counter Russian aggression, arguing that the current plans are insufficient. As the UN General Assembly adopted 2 resolutions calling for an end to the war, the US faced a setback as it voted against a resolution that condemned Russia's actions. The Assembly's resolutions reaffirmed Ukraine's sovereignty and called for the immediate withdrawal of Russian troops, but the US draft, which lacked any mention of Moscow's aggression, was rejected. This vote highlighted a diminishing support for Ukraine compared to previous resolutions that saw over 140 nations condemn Russia's actions. Ukrainian Deputy Foreign Minister Mariana Betsa addressed the Assembly, asserting Ukraine's right to self-defense in light of the invasion, which violates the UN Charter. She urged all nations to stand firm in support of Ukraine, emphasizing the need for a just and lasting peace. Meanwhile, U.S. Deputy Ambassador Dorothy Shea criticized previous resolutions for failing to stop the war and called for a commitment from all UN member states to achieve a durable end to the conflict. Tensions between the U.S. and Ukraine have been exacerbated by Trump's recent negotiations with Russia, which were conducted without the involvement of European leaders. This has resulted in a strain on the transatlantic alliance, as European leaders expressed their discontent over being excluded from preliminary talks. As the situation continues to develop, the implications of Trump's foreign policy choices are becoming increasingly apparent. His administration's alignment with Russia raises questions about the future of NATO and the U.S.'s role in global diplomacy. The ongoing conflict in Ukraine remains a critical issue for world leaders, who are grappling with how to respond to the challenges posed by both Russia and the shifting dynamics of U.S. foreign policy under Trump. With the stakes higher than ever, the international community watches closely as events unfold in this pivotal moment in history. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.